Hey guys, what's going on? What is going on? Street Trading here, coming at you one more time with another trade lesson video, looking at a 15-minute chart of FTCH, far-fetched limited consumer cyclical sector. Let's get into it. Obviously, you guys clearly can see these guys have been under some decent sized selling pressure for quite some time. And well, obviously, the market's been bleeding out past a few sessions, pretty much all week. And these guys aren't getting any type of help whatsoever. Continued selling pressure. You obviously are looking at just textbook technicals to the downside. Whenever you have a security fading out, bleeding out, you have these long-term holders that are hoping and praying for some bottom feeders to step in, and when they don't, it just speeds up that process. And there's key levels on the long-term time frames that act as magnets. We talk about this time and time again, and that was one of the reasons why we got involved with this in yesterday's session. We had this going into our trade ideas pre-market session yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, go have a look at that video. We talked specifically about our entries and exits, and it was textbook exactly what we were talking about, what we planned for. Unraveled, we got involved, key levels, exited, key levels. Reasons behind these is not rocket science, guys, right? It's telling you where price is headed when everything is lining up with your plan. If you're not planning for something to happen, what are you doing, right? Plan your trade your plan. If your plan is not unfolding, you don't put on risk, you don't trade. You're wrong, big deal, and you don't put on risk. Focus on something else. So don't get caught up in having to be right? You can have 4, 5, 6 securities on watch, and none of them pan out, and that's more than okay. The beauty about being an independent trader, whether you are retail, professional, working for somebody else, trading someone else's money, you're just focusing on your own money, you have the ability to be very selective about getting into a security and getting out of the security. All right, that's the beauty about not trading for an investment firm, where you need to. There's regulations. There's things you need to do where your hands are tied in a certain way, and this is one of those things that gives us the ability to remain nimble and very selective at what we do. Think about that for a second, guys. All right. So let's get into what how we trade this thing, where we traded it, why we got involved, our key setup. And one of the other things we want to mention real quick is tools in the toolbox, guys. There's a reason why we focus on a select few tools, aka setups, that we use on a daily, weekly basis. All right, we're not doing everything. There's so many different ways to extract capital. You got to find what works for you, perfect it, and be a master at it. So when it comes time to pull that tool out, that setup, you see it forming, you're much more confident. All right. You're much more confident, and your conviction is stronger. Therefore, you're getting involved when you see it and you don't hesitate. And that's the important part of focusing on a small select few, and just cycle those throughout your sessions, whether it's intraday, on a weekly, monthly basis. Be able to pull out the right tool and have confidence and know how to use that tool, right? Think about that, guys. Don't bounce around. Focus and become a master at it. All right, guys, let's get into how we trade this thing and the details of the trade itself. All right, let's get into it.